Okay, welcome. If this is your second time here, we're going to go back over this list of the 15 characteristics of white supremacy.
Hi, everybody. Auntie speaks. Welcome back. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me get out to more people. We're going to look at this gem of a person who wants to show us 15 traits of white supremacy. Let's get right into it.
All right, like I was saying, we're going to try this one more time. This is one of the other tenets of white supremacy. If you care about race and racism and you say you want to go on in this lifetime, you have to know what it looks like. Okay, welcome. If this is your second time here, we're going to go back over this list of the 15 characteristics of white supremacy. Okay.
I love it, guys. This is great. So what does this gentleman think are the traits of white supremacy? Perfectionism. A sense of urgency. Oh, only white people have a sense of urgency? Okay. Defensiveness. What? Quantity over quality. Worship of the written word. Only white people like to read. Or it's the worship of. Okay. Only one right way. Okay. Paternalism. We like our parents, or we respect our parents. Only white people like their parents or respect their parents. Okay. Either or thinking. Power hoarding. Fear of open conflict. Okay. Individualism. So individualism is white supremacy. What? That doesn't even make any sense. So literally the founding of America was based on the individual. It is the only country that was based on the individual. E pluribus unum, from many one. That means each of us was an individual. We're all unique. We're all special in our own way. We all have rights. Versus the French Revolution, which was egalitarianism, the group, or communism, which was, comrade and the social order. America was one of the only countries which was built on the individual, and that's white supremacy. Okay, sure. I'm the only one. Okay. Progress is bigger or more. Objectivity. Objectivity is white supremacy. Right to comfort. Okay, so let's listen to him go through this list and explain to us how these traits equal white supremacy. Let's see what
Today's episode, we're actually going to talk about the tip top, okay, the main one, because this one, a lot of us internalize it. And I say us, collective us, all of us, regardless of your race, class, creed, or color, a lot of us internalize this one. Perfectionism is a plague to this planet, okay? It is a plague to people's mental health. Y'all know I'm a therapist. It's a plague to your mental health as well. And we're going to get into why, okay? Because a lot of us get this at work. We get it at home. We give it to ourselves. We give it to our friends, our family, and our loved ones. And we're going to talk about why that's wrong.
perfectionism is a plague on the planet. Perfectionism is why we have roads, why we have aqueducts, why we have modern plumbing, why we have modern medicine, why we went into space. All those people who built those things for us were perfectionists. And I would hazard to say it's made our lives much, much better.
Per usual, though I know y'all don't like to read, so I'm going to read some of the points for you. Okay, so the first point says, little appreciation expressed among people for the work that others are doing, aka people are not going to talk about the work that people are doing on a daily, consistently. And appreciation that is expressed usually directly to those who get most of the credit anyway. Think of the people who, no matter how little they do, TikTok dancers like Addison Rae and stuff, no matter how little work they do in creating these trends and stuff, they still get the credit anyway. That's perfectionism. That's part of it. And part of this example is normally other creators and creatives being told that they should just work harder. That's what the problem is. It's not white supremacy.
Okay, this is a little difficult to follow. I don't really get the segue of perfectionism to certain people getting accolades, but it seems to be that this gentleman feels that he should get more views on TikTok, but he's not. And that's because of racism. I mean, I could be wrong, but it's really tough to follow when he's talking about perfectionism and then all of a sudden he ends up on TikTok dancers and that's racist. I don't know. Comment below if you guys can understand what he's talking about, because maybe I'm a little dense today.
The second point is a really big one, and it's that it's more common to point out how people or their work is inadequate. Everything can't be negative, 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 okay? That is a trick that white supremacy plays on you.
So, negative, negative, negative is white supremacy? I'd like to ask you, sir, you know, I don't even know what to say. What does negative, negative, negative have to do with the color of your skin? Could you please explain it to me, please, like I'm a 2-year-old?
If you're too busy aiming for perfect that you completely miss the opportunity to look around and see what you've done and build community around that, yeah, it's over. Mistakes are seen as personal, i.e. they reflect badly on the person making them as opposed to being seen for what they are, mistakes. This is often wielded against people who have marginalized identities, especially multiple. This system functions off of picking and choosing who has access and who doesn't. It picks and chooses its victims carefully. You have no reason to be perfect. In fact, striving for it is white supremacist culture.
Okay. So, mistakes are reflected personally on people. Well, yes, if you make a mistake, people point it out, and that is held personally against you because that's a mistake. And we want to point out mistakes because how else do you grow as a person? When you make a mistake, what are you supposed to do? Say you're in a job and you make a really big mistake and a large customer is lost to the company. Is your boss supposed to not point out your mistake so you don't do it again? Oh, and even better, this is wielded against people of power. So mistakes are never pointed out to white people? Dude, what world do you live in? Have you ever been in the business world? It is dog eat dog. And if your boss doesn't point out your mistakes, believe me, the guy who wants your job, he's going to point out those mistakes. That's the world that we live in today. And it picks and chooses people to be in positions. I'm assuming you're saying it discriminates against people of color. Oh, I don't know. If you've been in the corporate world today, you get a lot of brownie points for being a person of color. I hate to tell you that. I work for a very large corporation. And you shouldn't strive for perfection. You know, dude, I mean, look at this list. A lot of things on this list are good qualities. So what are you telling people of color? Not to have positive qualities? Objectivity? That's not a positive quality. Sense of urgency? That's not a positive quality. I mean, individualism is not a positive quality. So this is my problem with this thinking. This is my problem with CRT. And this is my problem with all of these people on TikTok. If you listen to these people, you will be a failure. It's like I've said before, it's like taking 100 pounds worth of bricks and place it on the backs of someone. It's like putting a mind vice on your brain And you will never succeed if you follow this person's advice. Not only will you look around and see bugaboos and people trying to attack you out of every corner, people who are not trying to attack you, but you will never succeed if you don't have some of these qualities on this list. And if you're a person of color, why would you want to be a white supremacist? And he's telling you that any of these qualities are white supremacist. Okay, guys. Could we come back to sanity, please? Sanity, knock, knock. Please, let's return. Okay, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you on the next one.